Welcome back, everyone, to the Jarun Sports and Recreation Complex in Zagreb, Croatia, host of the 29th European Women's Softball Cup tournament. I'm Bob Milosavljevic, and I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for the second game coming up soon between Princ Zagreb and Angels Dupnitsa, which is in fact a rematch of last night's final game in this double round robin format tournament. For those of you who missed the first game today between first place and undefeated Mix from Great Britain and Warsaw Diamonds, you missed a great 1-0 game that came down to a pretty eventful bottom of the seventh inning for the Diamonds as they tried to tie or win the game. Started off with a spectacular diving catch uh, by third baseman Barbie Killer to keep the leadoff batter off base. Kamil Chernetsky, who had been the starting pitcher in the game and moved to first base, then came up with a long double over the left fielder's head. And the pinch runner who came in for Camille, potential tying run, on the next play, a ground ball that was heading up the middle. There was a collision between the pinch runner and the mixed shortstop, Jade Yerix, properly called interference by base umpire. The runner was out. That took the potential tying run off the bases, and the game ended that way, 1-0 Mix. So the Mixers remain atop the standings with 5 wins and no losses. And this game, Prince Zagreb has 2 wins and 2 losses coming into this game. They're looking to extend their position in second place, looking to finish in the top two to play for the gold medal in the final on Saturday. Okay, it's very hot again here in Zagreb. Temperatures heading towards 35 degrees Celsius this afternoon. Even now, uh, it's very, very warm here and humid. It's 31 degrees Celsius at the moment. And the game is about to start. We'll give you the starting lineups. Defensively, Prince Zagreb will be the home team. They'll take the field in the first inning. And for them defensively, at third at first base will be Petra Čizmik Pokrajac. Second base, Miha Haramina. Third base, Nina Berisic. Shortstop will be Tiha Hrženjak. In left field, Emma Vrancic. Center field, Lenka Gunishova. Right field, Nika Juric. The DP will be Mara Sliško. Catching today will be Courtney Ogle, and in the circle, pitching will be Martina Lechner-Kyle. It looks like as we head towards the home stretch that Martina Lechner-Kyle will pick up the bulk of the pitching responsibilities. She's clearly the ace of the pitching staff for Prince. And the umpires for this game behind the plate is from France, Nicolas Roux. And at first base from Italy, Diego Vitale. And stepping in to start the game for the Angels Dupnitsa is second baseman Sara Markova. And the first pitch to her from Lechner Kyle is a called strike. And the next pitch is hit foul down the left field line by Markova. She falls into a bit of a hole. No balls and two strikes. Markova, leading hitter for the Angels in this tournament. She's batting .417 coming into this game. And the two-strike pitch from Lechner Kyle. Outside and low. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch is in the dirt. Two balls, two strikes now to Markova. 2-2 pitch coming. No, Martina decides she didn't like the feel of that ball. Steps off, takes a look. The previous pitch was in the dirt. Maybe a little smudge of mud got in there. It's interesting how big an effect that will have. And the 2-2 pitch from Martina, swung at and foul tipped into the mitt of Courtney Ogle for the strikeout. Martina threw a rise ball and Markova chased it up out of the strike zone. Coming up now for the Angels, Vicky Blatska playing right field. She takes a called strike on the first pitch from Lechner Kyle. And a changeup in the dirt, chased by Blatska. She falls behind. No balls, two strikes. Lechner Kyle having quite a tournament already. Her ERA is 0. Oh, 2 pitches, a rise ball up out of the zone. One ball, two strikes. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled off. Down the left field line, but it drops foul. Emma Vrancic couldn't get to it. And Vicky Blatska stays alive. One ball, two strikes. Lechner Kyle looks in and delivers. Misses outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Vicky Blatska. Right fielder for the Angels club. 2-2 pitch. Outside and high. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Vicky Blatska. And Martina looks in, gets the signal from Courtney Ogle, delivers, and it's fouled to the left side, out of play. Count remains full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. If you're just joining us, we're in the top of the first inning of the game between the visiting Dupnitsa Angels and the home team Princ Zagreb. The pitch is grounded to third. Nina Berisic can't get a handle on it. It goes through into left field, goes past everybody, and Latska cruises into second base on the misplays by the Princ Zagreb defense. We're going to call that E5 and advance to second on E9, which brings third batter, the shortstop, Nicole Yordanova, who takes a called strike on the first pitch from Martina Lechner-Kyle. One out. And it's a pop-up to left field. Emma Vrancic settles under it, takes it in for the second out, sends it into shortstop Tiha Hrženjak. Two outs now. Blatska still at second base. And stepping in to bat is pitcher for the Angels today, Simona Yordanova. First pitch to her, swing and a miss, strike one. Simona has worked the bulk of pitching innings for the Angels thus far this week. And she fouls this one straight back out of play. No balls, two strikes to her. And she'll be in the circle again today for this game. Tough conditions for pitchers to work so many innings in this heat and humidity. And the pitch from Lechner-Kyle is up and away, the rise ball. Yordanova laid off of it. One ball, two strikes. Two outs in the top of the first inning. And the pitch from Lechner-Kyle just misses low. Count goes to two balls, two strikes to Simona Yordanova, the pitcher for the Angels. Martina rocks and throws, and a line drive down the left field line, foul, just foul. A bullet hit down the left field line by Simona Yordanova, fell just foul. Dodged the bullet that time. Count remains two balls, two strikes to Simona Yordanova. And the 2-2 pitch from Lechner-Kyle is outside and high. Count goes full, three balls, two strikes now, two outs. Vicky Blatska, the runner at second base for the Angels. 3-2 pitch from Martina. It's popped up, straight back, out of play. And another 3-2 pitch from Lechner-Kyle. Swing and a miss, strike three for the third out of the inning. No damage done. In the top of the first for the Angels, they had no runs, no hits, two Prince errors, and one runner left on base. Princ Zagreb coming to bat in the bottom of the first. So let's set the defense for the Dupnitsa Angels as they take the field for the bottom of the first inning. At first base is Maria Fetvova. Playing second, Sara Markova. At third base, Valentina Ilyeva. Shortstop, Nicole Yordanova. Left fielder, Gary Leontieva. Center field, Katrin Korsachka. Right field, Vicky Blatska. And the designated player in today's game is number 39, Martina Efremova. Catching is Filipina Ovnarska. And on the mound for the Angels is their ace, Simona Yordanova, who comes into this game with a 1.08 earned run average. She's worked the bulk of the innings for the Angels so far. And leading off the game for Princ Zagreb is their center fielder, Lenka Gunishova. Shakes hands with the catcher Filipino Ovnarska and plate umpire Nicholas Roux. And Yordanova takes the signal from Ovnarska. First pitch to Gunishova is right down the middle, called strike. Gunishova is batting 182 so far in this tournament, struggling a little bit at the plate. And the second pitch to her from Yordanova is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch from Yordanova is fouled off down the left field line, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now to Lenka Gunishova. And the 1-2 pitch by Yordanova is fouled down the third base line, just foul. One ball, 2 strikes to Gunishova. And the pitch by Yordanova is up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, usually we have 3 umpire crews in these competitions, but we had 1 umpire go down from heat exhaustion on the first day. And the pitch is grounded up the middle into center field, a base hit for Lenka Gunishova to lead off the game for Princ Zagreb. Base hit for Lenka. And stepping in now for Princ Zagreb is second baseman number 11, Miha Haramina. And Jordanova's first pitch to her is up high, ball 1. Miha is batting .750 for the tournament. She's having quite a time at the plate. 3 for 4 and a few walks. been very productive for her. She's one of the better players on this Prince club. Swings and misses the next pitch up high, but strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Miha. Yodnova rocks and throws, and Miha drops a bunt down up the first base line, avoids the tag. Lenka turns at second, continues to third, but she's gunned down at third base by the throw across the diamond. Wow. So Haramina dropped the bunt down. She's put out at first, 1-3, and then the throw across the diamond, 3-5, nails Gonishova in the double play. And just like that, we have 2 outs. Great defensive play. And stepping in now for Prince, the number 3 hitter, their catcher, Courtney Ogle. She takes ball 1 low and outside. Very nice defensive play. It's always good to be aggressive in the game if you can. Next pitch to Ogle is up high. 2 balls, no strikes. It was executed well by both sides. The bunt was nicely dropped down, but it was just a perfect execution defensively for the double play. Pitch is high again to Courtney Ogle. 3 balls, no strikes. Courtney's batting 200. And the pitch to her is check swing foul. 3 balls, 1 strike. One of Courtney's hits was a 3-base hit last night. She swings and pops it foul, and it goes out of play on the first base side. She had a big 3-base hit last night in the game against the Angels to drive in some runs. She has 4 RBIs for the tournament. 3 ball, 2 strike count now to Ogle. Yordnova looks in, gets a sign from Ovnarska, and the pitch is high and outside, ball 4. So Ogle keeps the inning alive for Prince with the base on balls. And immediately Coach Pokrajec comes out and requests a courtesy runner for Courtney Ogle, who's the catcher today. Miha Haramina goes to first base as the courtesy runner. And stepping up now for Prince is the right fielder, number 9, Emma Vrancic. Emma's also having quite a tournament. She's batting .429 coming into this game. The first pitch to her is low and outside, ball 1. Emma's 3 for 7 in the tournament. Also has a 3-base hit to her credit. The pitch from Yodnova is popped up by Vrancic. It's in the middle towards second base. Gliding over is second baseman Sara Markova to take it in for the 3rd out of the first inning. So, in the first for Prince, no runs. 1 hit, no Angels errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 1 complete inning, the score is Angels Dupnitsa 0, Princ Zagreb 0. Okay, coming up, due up in the top of the second inning for Dupnitsa Angels will be their 5, 6, 7 hitters. Catcher Filipino of Narska, first base Maria Fetvova, and the designated player Martina Efremova. We've got some boisterous Prince fans in the stands on the first base side, supporting their club. Ovnarska steps in against Martina Lechner-Kyle. And the first pitch to Ovnarska is swung at and fouled into the plate. Strike one. Ovnarska was still in the batter's box when that ball came up and struck her. Easy call that time. Not always such an easy call to make, whether it's a foul ball or interference. And the pitch from Martina is a little bit low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is a rise ball for Martina, up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ovnarska. Filipina's batting 143 so far in the tournament. Swing and a miss, strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Martina is in the dirt inside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ovnarska in the top of the second inning for Dupnitsa Angels. And the 3-2 pitch from Martina is called strike three at the knees for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 22, the first baseman, Maria Fetvova, for the Angels. She's batting 250. And the first pitch from Lechner-Kyle is hit in the air to left field. Emma Vrancic drifts back, settles under it, and makes the catch for the second out. Two outs now for the Angels. Coming up to bat now is the designated player, number 39, Martina Efremova. She swings and misses the first pitch, strike one. She's batting 250 in the tournament. And the 1-strike pitch from Martina is fouled back by Efremova. No balls, 2 strikes now. 2 outs in the second inning of the second game of the third day of the competition here in Zagreb, Croatia. And the 0-2 pitch is swung at and missed by Efremova for strike three. And that's a 1-2-3 inning recorded by Prince. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Score after 1 1/2 innings is 0-0. Due up for Prince in the bottom of the second inning, 5, 6, 7 hitters. Martina Lechner-Kyle, Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac, and third baseman Nina Berisic. And pitcher Martina Lechner-Kyle steps in to lead off the inning for Prince against Jordanova. Jordanova's first pitch to Martina is way up and outside, 1 ball. Jordanova rocks and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Change up, short in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes now to Martina Lechner-Kyle. And the 2-0 pitch by Jordanova is a called strike at the letters. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jordanova delivers. It's swung at and popped up to the right side, down the right field line, and it drops in for a base hit. And the throw comes in to try to pick off Martina after she rounds, but she gets back safely. So Marty leads off with a base hit down the right field line. Nobody out now, and stepping in is first baseman Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac. She's batting 125 in the tournament. She swings and hits a hard ground ball to Markova at second base to first for the force out. Safe at first on the relay. Very close, but Petra just beat it. So Petra gets on with the fielder's choice. Martina is out on the force at second base, 4-6. If Sada had fielded that one cleanly, she probably would have turned that double play, but it was hit hard, took a funny bounce, came up, hit her in the chest, but fell right in front of her, so she was able to get the force out. So that brings up Nina Berisic, third base. She swings and misses the first pitch. Čizmić-Pokrajac is at first base with 1 out. Berisic batting 300 on the tournament, playing third base today. Jordanova pitches to her, and it's right down the middle, a called strike. Quickly, Nina falls into a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Jordanova delivers the 0-2 pitch. It's up and out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Okay, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nina Berisic. Jordanova sets and throws. It's a ground ball, foul. Came up and hit Nina after it hit the ground. She was still in the batter's box. So it's a foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. And the pitch by Jordanova just misses up and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck batter for Prince, it's number 15, Mara Sliško. And the 2-2 pitch by Jordanova is popped up into short center field, and it drops in there. No, it doesn't drop in there. It was caught on a great catch by the shortstop, number 31, Nicole Jordanova. Petr Pokrajac had to scramble to get back to first base to avoid being doubled up. But that goes in the books as a pop-up to the shortstop on a great catch going away from the plate. And in steps the DP today, number 15, Mara Sliško. She's batting .250 in the tournament. 2 outs. And she takes called strike 1 right down the middle. Pokrajac still at first base with 2 outs now. And the pitch by Jordanova is fouled out of play to the right side by Sliško. She's behind now. No balls, 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is the shortstop, Tiha Hrženjak. The 0-2 pitch by Jordanova misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mata waiting patiently for Jordanova to get set. And her pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3 to end the inning for Prince. In the bottom of the second inning, no runs for Prince, 1 hit, no Angels errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 2 complete innings, the score remains 0-0. Princ Zagreb pitcher Martina Lechner-Kyle warming up before the second inning. Through 2 innings, she already has 4 strikeouts. She's been very effective for Prince so far this tournament. Scheduled to bat for the Angels in the top of the 3rd inning are their 8-9-1 hitters, Geri Leontieva, Valentina Ilyeva, and the top of the order, Sara Markova. Leontieva steps in against Lechner-Kyle. First pitch, swung at and missed for strike 1. Martina took a little bit off that pitch, maybe fooled Leontieva. Next pitch is hit in the air to left field. Back drifts left fielder Emma Vrancic, and she comes down with it for the second out. The first out. One out in the top of the third for the Angels. Brings up Valentina Ilyeva. She drops a bunt down to third base. Berisic picks it up, bounces the throw over to Miha Heramina in time for the put out at first base. So Valentina Ilyeva tried to bunt her way on. Nice play by Nina Berisic and Miha Heramina at first base to team up for that put out. Two outs now in the top of the third. Brings up Sara Markova. She hits a one-hopper over the head of Martina, but Sara Markova has too much speed down the line, and that'll go down as an infield hit for Markova to keep the inning going for the Angels. And that'll bring up right fielder Vicky Blatska. She reached on an error in the first inning. First pitch to her is in the dirt outside, 1 ball. Sara Markova, the runner at first base for the Angels. Good speed. We'll see if they turn her loose. Pitch from Martina. Little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes now to Vicky Blatska, right fielder. And the 2-0 pitch from Lechner Kyle is swung at, hit into left field, and Emma Vrancic drifts over and snares that one too to end the inning. So far, a busy morning in left field for Emma Vrancic. In the top of the third inning for the Dupnitsa Angels, no runs, 1 hit, no Princ errors. 1 runner left on base. After 2 1/2 innings, the score is Dupnitsa Angels 0, Princ Zagreb 0. Okay, we have another well-played game here. First game between the Mix and Warsaw Diamonds ended 1-0. And it looks like we're off to a similar, if not identical, start here in game number 2 today. Coming up to bat for Princ Zagreb in the bottom of the third inning, leading off will be Tiha Hrzynyak. And then we go to the top of the order, Lenka Gunishova and Miha Haramina. Hrzynyak steps in. First pitch to her from Jordanova is a little bit high. 1 ball. Tiha's batting 400 in the tournament. Head in the count, 1 ball, no strike now. And the pitch from Jordanova is on the corner at the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch from Jordanova is hit in the air to right field by Hrzynyak, and right fielder Vicky Blatska drifts over to the line and comes down with it for the first out in the bottom of the third inning. And that brings us to the top of the batting order, Lenka Gunishova. She led off the game with a base hit. She's batting 250. And the first pitch to her from Yordanova is a little bit low, one ball. Well played game defensively thus far by both clubs. And the 1-0 pitch by Yordanova. And just misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Ovnarska tried to steal that one, kind of dragged her glove over to the corner, but umpire Nicholas Rube would have none of it. And looks like Yordanova has some insect activity going on out in the circle, steps off. The count, 2 balls, no strikes to center fielder Linka Gunishova. And the pitch is fouled out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike to Linka. And the 2-1 pitch by Yordanova is up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Linka Gunishova. And the 3-1 pitch to Gunishova is hit in the air to left field. And left fielder Geri Leontieva drifts over and grabs it before it drops for the putout. Second out of the third inning. And that brings up second baseman Miha Haramina to bat for Princ. She sacrifice bunted or tried to sacrifice bunt in the first inning. The first pitch to her is grounded right back to Yordanova, and the throw to first base for the easy out. The third out of the inning. And a 1-2-3 inning by the Angels. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. No Angels errors. And after 3 complete innings, we have a scoreless game. Okay, coming into the top of the 4th inning, scheduled to bat for the Dupnitsa Angels, Nicole Yordanova, Simona Yordanova, and catcher Filipina Ovnarska. Well played game thus far defensively by both teams. Not much offense. The pitchers are doing their jobs. Martina Lechner-Kyle with 4 strikeouts through 3 innings in this game. Stepping up to bat for the Angels, shortstop Nicole Yordanova. She flied out to left fielder Emma Vrancic in the first inning. Takes first pitch low and inside, ball 1. And Martina rocks and throws, misses high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. No, correct that. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch from Lechner Kyle is swung at. Ground ball towards second. Miha Haramina easily fields it. Makes the flip throw to Fukaitz at first base for the putout. And we have one out in the top of the fourth. And stepping in now to bat is pitcher Simona Yordanova. She struck out in the first inning. First pitch to her, swing and a miss, strike one. And swing and a miss for strike two. Simona in a hole now, 0-2 to Lechner Kyle. The pitch is a rise ball, up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch by Martina is in the dirt outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch by Lechner Kyle. Swing and a miss, strike three. For the second out of the top of the fourth. That's the fifth strikeout today for Martina. 2 outs now in the top of the fourth inning. Stepping in now is the catcher, Filipina Ovnarska. She took a called third strike in the second inning. And first pitch is called a strike at the knees. And the 0-1 pitch from Lechner Kyle. Ground ball to Hajinyak. Over to Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac for the third out in the inning. And a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. After 3.5 innings, the score remains tied, 0-0. Scheduled to bat in the bottom of the fourth inning for Princ Zagreb, the 3-4-5 hitters, catcher Courtney Olgel, left fielder Emma Vrancic, and pitcher Martina Lechner Kyle. Thus far, a well-played game by both teams. A couple of errors in the first inning by Princ Zagreb. No damage done. Martina Lechner Kyle has been a force on the mound. She has 5 strikeouts through 4 innings. And stepping into bat is catcher Courtney Olgel. She's batting 200. First pitch to her from Yordanova is up and away, ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch from Yordanova, swung at and hit in the air towards left field. Drifting over, settling under it is left fielder Geri Leontieva, and she takes it in for the first out in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that brings up Emma Vrancic. She popped out to second base in the first inning in her first plate appearance. She's been very busy in left field defensively already with 4 or 5 putouts. And the first pitch is grounded towards the middle. Markova goes over, backhands it, and makes a strong throw to get Vrancic at first base. Great defensive play by Sara Markova at second base to record the second out of the inning for the Angels. That's a pro play and is a lot more difficult than it looks. Going to her right, backhanding the throw, and then having to set, turn, and make a strong throw to first to get the out. 2 outs now. And the first pitch to Martina Lechner-Kyle is high, ball 1. Martina had a base hit in her first appearance in the second inning. 1 for 1 today. And the pitch from Yodnova is high again. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning of a scoreless game here in Zagreb, Croatia. And Yodnova sets. 2-0 pitch is on the outside corner, a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1 pitch coming to Martina Lechner-Kyle. And she pulled a string on that one, did Yordanova. A little changeup, fooled Martina. Swing and a miss for strike 2. A very effective pitch, the changeup is. And that was a perfect example of it. Martina was expecting something a little bit faster and was way out in front of it. Swung through it. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And the pitch from Yordanova is hit foul down the first base side, out of play. Two outs in the bottom of the fourth inning of a scoreless game. Pitcher Martina Lechner-Kyle at bat. 2 balls, 2 strike count to her. 2 outs. And the pitch from Yordanova is way up. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes now to Martina Lechner-Kyle. And the pitch from Yordanova is high, but chased by Martina for swinging strike 3 to end the fourth inning for Princ. It's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no Angels errors, no runners left on base. And after 4 full innings, the score remains 0-0. Coming into the top of the 5th inning for Angels Dupnitsa, they'll have batters 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Maria Fetvova, designated player Martina Efremova and left fielder Geri Leontieva. Okay. Guess umpire Nicholas Roux did not like where Fetvova was standing, sent her to her on deck circle on her own side of the field. And she comes to the plate now for her second appearance. She flied out to left fielder Emma Vrancic in the second inning. 0 for 1 today. She takes first pitch for a called strike. No balls, one strike. And swing and a miss for strike two. Martina Lechner-Kyle quickly jumps ahead. Time called by Angels Dupnitsa coach. Wants to have a little chat with Maria about that. Didn't like that swing. And she steps back in, shaking her head a little bit. No balls, two strikes now to Maria Fetvova, first baseman for the Angels today. And the pitch, a rise ball, she chases it, might have been a little bit high for swinging strike three. And the first out in the top of the fifth inning for the Angels. And that brings designated player Martina Efremova to the plate. She struck out in the second inning. And she fouls that one back, goes into the mask of catcher Courtney Ogle, and then travels on and catches umpire Nicholas Roux on the arm. He's trying to shake that one off. Those little stingers, one of the hazards of the trade of being a plate umpire in this game. One strike pitch is in the dirt, changeup, swung at and missed by Efremova. She falls behind, no balls and two strikes. Nicholas still trying to shake that one off. And swinging strike three for the second strikeout of the inning for Lechner-Kyle. Two quick outs in the top of the fifth. And that brings left fielder Geri Leontieva to the plate. She flied out to left field in the third inning. First pitch to her from Lechner-Kyle. Change up, swing and a miss. Strike one. Martina Lechner-Kyle is in a groove right now. Everything's working for her. Her rise ball is up and out of the zone. One ball, one strike. Seven strikeouts thus far for Lechner-Kyle. And the pitch is lined foul out of play down the left field side. One ball, two strikes. And the 1-2 pitch to Leontieva. Swing and a miss. And Martina Lechner-Kyle strikes out the side in the fifth inning for the Angels. No runs, no hits, no errors. No runners left on base. After 4.5 innings, we're still scoreless. Fans are clamoring that it's a little bit hot for them over here in the stands. They want some runs from Princ Zagreb. Coming up in the top of the fifth inning, on the bottom of the fifth inning for Zagreb. 6, 7, 8 hitters. First baseman Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac, Nina Berisic, and Mara Sliško. Thus far, Simona Jordanova has been very effective for the Angels. She's held the Princ Zagreb hitters at bay through 4 innings. And stepping in now to hit is veteran first baseman Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac. She reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. And the first pitch to her from Jordanova is swung at, fouled into the plate. Strike 1. One strike to Čizmić-Pokrajac. Jordanova rocks and delivers. And it's hit hard in the air to left field. And it falls in front of left fielder Leontieva for a base hit. Geri Leontieva almost came up with an acrobatic catch, but couldn't quite get there in time. The ball was hit very hard, sinking fast, and Petra ends up at first base with a leadoff single to start the fifth inning. And that brings up third baseman Nina Berisic. She flew out to shortstop in the second inning. First pitch to her. She hits it hard down the left field line, but foul. She got a hold of it, but a little bit out in front of it. Just a long strike. Nobody out in the bottom of the fifth here. Runner at first for Prince. One strike to Nina Berisic. Jordanova looks into Ovnarska, and the pitch up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count to Berisic. Jordanova delivers a changeup. Called strike. That was a great pitch. Fooled Nina. Nina laid off it, but it was a called strike. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And Jordanova works. Nina fouls it back out of play. Count holds at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count holds at 1 ball, 2 strikes to third baseman Nina Berisic, second batter here in the bottom of the fifth for Princ Zagreb. And the 1-2 pitch from Jordanova. It just misses outside. Boy, Jordanova is smiling about that one. She wanted that one. Threw the changeup. Berisic laid off, but boy, that's a tough pitch to let go. She caught a break. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Berisic. Jordanova delivers, and it's hard to left field. Ilyeva comes up with it. Leontieva comes up with it. The line drive, and Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac scrambles back to first base. Goes in the books as a long out. Hit hard, but right at left fielder Geri Leontieva. One out now in the bottom of the fifth. Brings up the designated player Mara Slishko. She struck out in the second inning, her first appearance. First pitch to her is a little bit low. Mara, very tall and lanky. Her knees are a little bit higher than most other batters, and umpire Nicholas Roux took note of that, called the pitch a ball. One ball. And the pitch from Jordanova is up and away. 2 balls, no strikes now to Mara Slishko. And Jordanova set to deliver the 2-0 pitch to Slishko. She fouls it off straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, the count to Mara Slishko, the designated player. And she fouls this one out of play to the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Jordanova set to deliver the 2-2 pitch to Mara Slishko. And it's way up and outside. And Mara a little bit anxious, thought she worked a walk. That pitch makes the count 3 balls, 2 strikes now. We've all done that. It's a nice try, but umpire Nicholas Roux called her back. Not so fast. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Jordanova set to deliver. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Okay. 2 outs now in the bottom of the fifth. It brings up the shortstop, number 14, Tiha Hrženjak. 2 outs, Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac at first base. And the first pitch to Tiha is a called strike at the letters. 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike to Tiha Hrženjak, the shortstop. And the pitch. She hits it on the ground towards second baseman Sara Markova, who flips to first base for the out to end the 5th inning for Princ. And in the bottom of the 5th inning for Princ, no runs, 1 hit, the leadoff single by Čizmić-Pokrajac. No Angels errors, 1 runner left on base. The score after 5 full innings, Angels 0, Princ Zagreb 0. Okay, we're coming into the top of the 6th inning now for Angels Dupnitsa. They'll be sending their 9-1-2 hitters to the plate. Perfect inning in the fifth for pitcher Martina Lechner-Kyle. She struck out the side. And leading off for the Angels against her will be the third baseman, Valentina Ilyeva. She tried to bunt her first time up and was put out at first base by Nina Berisic to Miha Heramina. First pitch to her is a strike. And next pitch misses just outside. 1 strike now to Valentina Ilyeva. Scoreless game, well played by both teams. 1-1 pitch by Martina is fouled, and it was into the ground. It looks like it went off Valentina's foot. She was still in the batter's box when it hit her, so it's ruled a foul ball correctly. And the count goes to 1-2 strikes now. And the pitch to Ilyeva just misses outside. 2 strikes. Martina Lechner-Kyle delivers the 2-2 pitch, swung at by Ilyeva in the dirt, held by catcher Courtney Ogle for the out, and another strikeout for Martina Lechner-Kyle. And brings us to the top of the order now for the Angels. Second baseman Sara Markova. She swings at the first pitch and hits it out of play foul on the first base side. Sara Markova, she's 1 for 2 in this game. Struck out in the first inning, had a base hit in the third. And the next pitch is up high, ball 1. In fact, she has the only hit of the game given up by Martina Lechner-Kyle. And the 1-1 pitch from Martina just misses outside. 2 strike. A lot of movement on Martina Lechner-Kyle's pitches, and sometimes they can fool the umpire too. That one was a sweeping curve by her. 2-1 pitch is in the dirt. Count goes to 3 strike to Sara Markova, the Angels' second baseman. And the 3-1 pitch coming from Martina is a called strike 2. She tried. Sara tried. And the count goes full. 3 strikes now to Sara Markova. Waiting for the pitch from Lechner-Kyle. She hits it foul on the ground to the third base side. Count holds at 3 strikes. And Martina Lechner-Kyle delivers the 3-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. Ball 4. Sara Markova advances to first on the base on balls with 1 out. Brings up the second batter in the batting order, right fielder Vicky Blatska. She's 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first and flied out to left field in the third. She takes a called strike from Lechner-Kyle on the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Blatska, she reached for it, fouled it off. Looks like they had a bunt and run that time. Sara Markova at first base was off with the release of the pitch, but it's a foul ball, and now Vicky Blatska is in a bit of a hole. No balls, two strikes to Lechner Kyle, and the pitch is hit on the ground back to Kyle. She gets the out at second base to Miha Haramina, cuts down the lead runner for the second out. Vicky Blatska reaches first on the fielder's choice. Markova is out at second base. 1-4 for the second out. And that brings up the number 3 hitter, shortstop Nicole Yordanova. She's 0 for 2. Fly to left, grounded to second. And the first pitch is a called strike at the letters. 1 strike. Vicky Blatska, the runner at first base, with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. And Blatska was off with the pitch. Looks like the hit and run was on, but Yordanova fouled it off and falls behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. So credit goes to the Angels. They're trying to make something happen. Aggressive on the bases. Next pitch to Yordanova is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Been moving those runners on the pitch. So far, nothing happened, but nothing wrong being aggressive on the bases. 1-2 pitch from Lechner Kyle is swung at, hit for a base hit to center field, and the throw comes into second, but Blatska beats it. And that puts runners at first and second now. That's the second hit in the game against Martina Lechner Kyle. Base hit to center field by Nicole Yordanova. And up to the plate comes pitcher Simona Yordanova with an opportunity to help her own cause here. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts against Lechner Kyle. And the first pitch to her is a foul tip strike. Catcher Courtney Ogle doing a great job behind the plate, calling a very effective game. The pitch, swing and a miss by Yordanova, puts her way behind. No balls, 2 strikes now. And let's see if Lechner Kyle comes back with that rise ball again to see if she can get Yordanova to chase it. And sure enough, there it is. Swinging strike 3 to end the 6th inning by the Angels. For the Angels in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. After 5 1/2 innings of play, the score is the Angels Dupnitsa 0, Princ Zagreb 0. Okay. Coming up in the bottom of the 6th for Princ Zagreb. One, two, 3 hitters. Lenka Gunishova, center fielder, second baseman Miha Haramina, and catcher Courtney Ogle. Let's see if Prince can put something together here with the top of their batting order coming up. Yordanova thus far has been very effective, and she's gotten great defensive support from her teammates. Only 3 hits by Prince thus far. And the first pitch to Gunishova is up high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Lenka. Yordnova rocks. And the pitch. Change up. High. She falls behind Gunishova. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch to Gunishova is a called strike at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lenka is 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first, fly to left field in the third. Looking to get on base here. Maybe get something started. 2-1 pitch from Yordanova is grounded right back to her. And she goes to first, and it's a bad throw. Gets away from first base. Good. Lenka, round second, heads to third, goes into third base standing up, and starts the third inning, the sixth inning off for Princ, just with her hustle. So that was a one hopper back to Yordanova. The throw looked like it. Lenka hustled down the line and made a very close play out of it, and it looked like the throw to first baseman Maria Fetvova was into Lenka's body and prevented her from catching it. It wasn't a very good throw. It got past Fetvova, and Gunishova never hesitated, took off for second and rounded second straight into third base, and the throw got past third base, but fortunately it was backed up by the left fielder and held Lenka at third. So Lenka is on third by virtue of the throwing error by the pitcher. Nobody out. Chance to score the first run of the game. Up comes second baseman Miha Haramina. She's 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher Yordanova both times. Let's see what we have happening here. First pitch from Yordanova is a called strike at the letters. No balls, 1 strike to Haramina. Yordanova's pitch. Oh, that one was a little bit up. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 pitch to Haramina. Misses outside, says umpire Nicholas Roux. Yordanova not pleased with that call. Looked like a very tough pitch. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike to Miha Haramina. Runner at third, Lenka Gunishova. And it looks like they tried to squeeze the run in. Miha tried, missed the pitch. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not a suicide squeeze. Have aggressive, fast runner at third base. Not a bad idea. And the 2-2 pitch to Miha. She hits it in the air to center field. Goes back. Lenka tags up at third base and will score the first run of the game on the sacrifice fly to center fielder Katrin Korsachka to bring in the first run of the game. Korsachka had to go back to catch that one. Didn't really have a chance to get Lenka Gunishova, and easily scored after tagging up. 1 out now. Up to bat is the third batter, catcher Courtney Ogle. She's 1 for 2 with a base on balls in the first inning. Fly to left in the fourth. See if she can keep it going here. And it's a called strike at the letters. 1 ball, 1 strike to Courtney Ogle. And the pitch by Yordanova takes a little off, change up, but comes in high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the sixth inning, in case you're just joining us. Princ Zagreb just scored the first run of the game to go ahead 1-0. Yordanova delivers. Misses outside and low. And Simona wanted that one too. But the count goes to 3-1 to Courtney Ogle. And the pitch by Yordanova is lined into left field. In the gap, takes a funny bounce. Courtney rounds first, goes standing up into second base with a 2-base hit in the bottom of the sixth inning. That ball was hit hard towards left center field, and left fielder Geri Leontieva went over to get it, and it hit something funny in the outfield and bounced to her right. She was lucky that she was able to reach out with her bare hand to knock it down to keep it from going to the fence. It was hit that hard. But it wasn't enough to prevent Courtney Ogle from cruising into second base with a 2-base hit. In the bottom of the sixth. 1 out still. And coming to the plate is left fielder Emma Vrancic. She's 0 for 2, popped up to second and grounded out to second. See if she can bring in the second run here. And she hits it in the air to shallow left center field. And center fielder Katrin Korsachka cruised over, grabbed it before it could drop for the second out of the inning. Courtney Ogle had to hold. Looked like it was going to drop, but it didn't. So Courtney, as the catcher, is entitled to a courtesy runner now. So Emma Vrancic goes out to run as the courtesy runner at second base. 2 outs now. And coming to bat is pitcher Martina Lechner-Kyle. For her third plate appearance, she's 1 for 2. A single in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. And she gets the intentional base on balls. Which brings Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac to the plate with 2 outs. Now runners at first and second in the bottom of the sixth inning. Petra 1 for 2, a single in the fifth. And the first pitch from Yordanova is called strike at the letters. 1 strike to first baseman Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac. And we have a little bit of a conversation here. Plate umpire Nicholas Roux discussing something with Angels Dupnitsa coach. And conversation over. The count 1 strike to Petra Čizmić-Pokrajac. No. Okay. So now there seems to be some discussion about the validity of the courtesy runner. Dupnitsa coach seems to think that maybe there shouldn't be a courtesy runner, or maybe the wrong courtesy runner. But the way that usually works is the courtesy runner is the person who made the previous out. So in that case, Emma Vrancic is the correct courtesy runner. And I'm thinking maybe the coach thinks that Miha Haramina should be the courtesy runner. I think what's confusing things here is that Ogle had the double and there was no runner put in for her right away. She stayed out there at second base. Then, when the intentional walk was given to Martina Lechner-Kyle, now Princ Zagreb decided they did want to use a courtesy runner for Courtney Ogle. There's still some discussion going on. And after consultation, it looks like that was a correct use of the courtesy runner. Emma Vrancic out at second base. Martina Lechner-Kyle at first. The count is 1 strike to the batter, Petr Cizmic-Pukrajac. Jordanova set to deliver the 0-1 pitch. And it's hit in the air towards second base. Sara Markova drifts over and comes up with it for the third out of the inning. So a lot of drama. But in the end, Princ Zagreb was able to score 1 run on 1 hit, 1 big error committed by the Angels, and 2 runners left on base in the bottom of the 6th inning. So after 6 complete innings, the score stands Princ Zagreb 1, Angels Dupnitsa 0, and they'll be coming up for their last chance in the top of the 7th. Okay, as we head into the top of the 7th inning for Angels Dupnitsa, they'll have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Ovnarska, Fetvova, and Efremova. Princ Zagreb pitcher Martina Lechner-Kyle is sailing along. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strikeouts through 6 innings. Been very effective. And has only given up 1 hit, 1 walk, and is looking to nail down this win. Stepping into bat is the catcher, Filipina Ovnarska. First pitch to her. Swing and a miss. Chases a rise ball. 1 strike. Don't be surprised if you see that same pitch coming. And they go with the curveball. It's way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Filipina Ovnarska. And Martina delivers the 1-1 pitch. Change up in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ovnarska is 0 for 2 today. She took a called third strike and chases another rise ball for strike 2. She took a called third strike in the 2nd inning and grounded to short in the 4th. Count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes to her. And Lechner Kyle delivers. And she throws that rise ball again. Ovnarska still can't catch up to it. Big strikeout for the first out. Leadoff batter out is always a big thing. That brings up number 22, the first baseman, Maria Fetvova. She's 0 for 2, flied out to left and struck out swinging. Takes a called strike, first pitch from Lechner Kyle. And the pitch from Martina takes a little off on the drop. High and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Martina is the rise ball again. Swung at and missed by Fetvova. She falls behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Top of the 7th, game 2, 1-0 right now, Zagreb. And another rise ball, swinging, strike 3. So the rise ball has been a very effective pitch for Martina Lechner Kyle today. 12 strikeouts now for Martina Lechner Kyle. Stepping into bat is the DP, Martina Efremova. She swings and misses at the first pitch. 1 strike. Martina looking to finish strong. And just misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time called. Martina stops to tie her shoe. So the first 2 games today, both have been hard fought, well played. So far, looks like they're both 1-0 games. 1-1 pitch coming from Martina. It's hit in the air to left field. Emma Vrancic settles under it and catches it for the 3rd out to end the game. In the 7th for the Angels, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Final score in game 2 today, Princ Zagreb 1, Angels Dupnitsa 0. Stay tuned for game 3.